Hello and welcome once again to another live stream. And if you haven't already noticed, today is a little bit different. Meeting our very first and this year's spooky mask. But without getting a bit too into it, what do you think of this side? This is what we're going to be starting to make today, guys. A two-piece mask on how to make the chin piece as well as the mask. Tune in on the next part, because in the next part we will be be painting and how to make it look spooky as the skull here. So keep tuned for that one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that. Again, my name is Blut084, BLUT084. Art and Games, here every day on YouTube, occasionally on midday and night over on Instagram. And so don't forget to keep checking Instagram for more posts and updates on what you're going to get. But like I said today, if you're looking for ideas to make a mask for this Halloween, and you don't know what to make, and you don't know what with you, even on low funds, guys, because all of this is made out of household items apart from the mask, which I went down to the local dollar store, pound shop, whatever you want to call it, and found myself a mask. And I thought to myself, I'll buy two. One I'll make into a thing, and one I'll show you how to do it. So in this video here today, guys, we've got adverts as always. Again, this is live. So at any point you want to fast forward, just fast forward. But if you want to rewind, but you don't need to because you're at the very beginning. Like I said, we're going to be making a skull mask. But first, what I did, guys, is I had to sort of figure it out and how to get that done. So what I did was I got a mask and I thought, right, what can I do with this mask? What could it be used for? And I thought at first I was just going to give it eyes and I was just going to paint the face up. And I thought to myself, nah, I do that every year. You know what? I want to do something a little bit different. I want to make an impression where I'm going. I want to, I'm artistic, I'm creative. So I thought to myself, why don't we just change it up a little bit? And today we're going to be using basic materials such as card from your breakfast cereal boxes, a Sharpie pen, or a felt tip if that's all you have, a pair of scissors, household scissors, anything you can do. You can use this, or you can use whatever you've got lying around the kitchen. A few safety pins. You'll find out what they're going to be used for very close towards the end. Some string that I found lying about, but what I used for the other mask is actually a toggle from my jumper. Again, it's all household items. You don't have to go and buy anything other than the mask. And again, guys, it's a pound shop or something like dollar store or wherever you can get it from. But again, tune in later on because we will be painting the mask. But first, let's teach you how to make what I've already done. Let's put that aside. What I was thinking to myself, guys, is what did I want to do? And I thought, I don't know what I want to do. And before I started drawing on the face itself, I thought, without defacing it, because you never know, I might need to do something else with it. I thought, well, do I want a skull? Or do I want a goblin? Do I want, or do I just want a demon type face? And again, the mask that I'm making here, guys, you can change it into anything that you can think of. But I thought to myself, well, I wanted to give myself a spooky mask, which was a skull. Now this is Halloween. Why not do a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more dark, a little bit more evil? And I was just thinking to myself, what else could I do? I had a skull, as you saw a moment ago, and I thought, I wonder if I could make that. So I saw it, and I thought to myself, I'm sure I can draw that. I saw I could make that. But again, this is just a rough thing. It's just an idea of what I was going to do. I thought, what else can I do? Where can I go with it? How can I change it so it's not just a full face? And I kept drawing this over and over again, trying to draw a skull, and thought to myself, well, next week I'm going to be doing another video with Nikki, and she wants me to do the Angel of Death. So I thought to myself, what's better than death than a skull? And on the Spider-Man game, which I've been playing lately, it has itself the Spirit Spider, and I thought to myself, skulls. I kept seeing skulls, and I just want a skull. Just wanted to make a skull. Instead of just doing a bog standard skull with teeth and that, because the mask was plastic, and I thought to myself, how am I going to do that? How am I going to make that into a skull? Because that looks kind of... Pretend
you're not in.
Pretend I'm not in. Adverts. You gotta love the adverts. But like I said, I thought, oh, this is going to look a bit stupid if I just turn it into just a skull and put the teeth here. And I thought, no, I can't just do the teeth here. Can't just put the teeth on the thing. It doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. So I thought to myself, I'm creative. So hopefully you are creative too. So I thought to myself, why not give it a removable jaw? Somewhere or something that it could have at the bottom. A kind of a thing where when you speak, it speaks. And that's what I did. It took me a while to do this yesterday, guys. And I didn't really know what to do, and I was just sort of winging it as I was going along. And I thought to myself, you know what, more and more about it, and thought to myself more and more, I want to make a mask that has an evil face, a removed eye, something that's not there anymore. But as I was looking at this skull here, I thought to myself, I wonder if I could make that. You can't see it, you can't actually see it, but it's got a removed eye. And I painted this a while ago now. I had this gifted to me a couple of years ago, and it was just plain white, and I started painting it. I thought I could do that, and as I did, I made, what I did was I cut the bottom half of this off, and again I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Then made a removable mask, so when you speak, it speaks. And I'll show you how to do that effect very, very soon, guys. So keep watching as I unfold, cut out, and create something for you. But again, guys, I would recommend doing yourself a quick drawing just before, so you know what you want, how you want it, and what kind of thing you're going to be painting onto it. Because after today's video, I will be coming back and painting that mask for you guys. I've got a little bit of time today, so I thought I'd get as much as I could done, and then come back and show you how to paint it too. But first, without further ado, let's get making with household items. Things you can find around the house, or just buy very cheaply down the pound store. Again, what I did is I made that picture, I drew that picture out, and I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? For one, it doesn't have I'm not going to be removing the nose, and I'll show you why we won't be removing the nose very shortly. But I was drawing this out, and I thought, again, draw out where you think you want everything to be gone, everything that needs to be gone, so you know what you'll be cutting out and where to cover when you do the next part, which is going to be PVA and toilet roll, believe it or not. So give me a second, I'll go and grab my toilet roll. We're using bog roll, and paper mache. And if you remember what I made in summertime, which was for a carnival, I made a Rocketeer mask. Here we go. Today is Halloween, so we have to do a little bit different. So guys, you map out everything you want to cut out, which is basically the jaw. So if you think about your own jaw and where it connects and where you think your thing is, say there would be your ear and there's blackheads. We don't want adverts. I didn't actually put on a playlist, but hey ho, it's YouTube. So again, follow your jaw to where your jaw would be. So there's your cheek, and there would be your jaw. So you cut out the piece that where your jaw itself would be. You do all that. And again, I recommend writing on the actual mask itself so you know where and what you're getting rid of. And if you want to doodle on the way, you can doodle on the way. That's what I was doing, guys. And as I was going, more and more looking at it, more and more I was doing with it, I was thinking this could have teeth. This could be epic. But you will need more than just toilet roll, which again, you'll toilet roll and paper it. But first, you have to make some shapes where you want things to go. Where you want your mask and what this is going to be. And I thought, when I had the a nose, I had the idea for the nose here, and I was like, how am I going to create that gone nose where it's like been taken away and sort of disappeared, and there's no more cartilage left, you see? And if I was to cut the nose out, you would see your own nose poke through, which we don't want. We don't want any part of your face to be shown other than your eyes. We're trying to make some teeth as well, but they'll come later. They were a bit more difficult to do, so I'll show you how to make teeth, but it'll be more on the skull today. Like I said, we want to do that nose. So what I did, guys, is I got myself a cardboard, but just a piece of cardboard that was lying around the house, as I like to reuse everything that's in my house. So why go and buy card when you've already got it here? Again, you map out your face. So you get your face and you get a piece of card and you think, wow, that could be a nose, or, you know, there you go. There's a hollowed out nose. I've really been beginning to get annoyed with these adverts.
And unknown adventures since the beginning in 1929.
I will get up every now and then. Again, this is live, guys. This is really annoying. But as you can see, there's your nose part. Alexa. Alexa. Shut up. No, not adverts as well as that thing. I won't say his name again. But there you go, guys. There's a nose, or where it's going to be, a hollowed out nose. So you get yourself a piece of card and you draw out the shape. The shape you're going to need. You need, I'd say, like a triangular piece. No more than a rectangle to start with. You get yourself your rectangle. Now you got to bend that in half, and there we have a hollowed nose. We don't need that piece anymore. We may need that piece there for the pieces here. Again, you just cut what you've already got. So again, you're not wasting anything, you're not overusing anything, and more importantly, you haven't bought anything new. You can always put them there, like that there. So as you do, you stick those down. Again, I'll show you later on how you can stick all of this down and how all of this will stay there. But like I said, guys, no use, reuse, or reuse. Let's shape that a little bit more. It's not so sticky outing. We'll take a little bit here. And as you go, guys, you'll need to sort of shape it to the way you think it should be. Again, just stick that down, and I'll show you very shortly how to stick that down. And to make the jaw, which I'll be cutting out very shortly, you get yourself, again, another piece of card, and again, you just follow yourself, so ignore, you go yourself, where am I going here? My camera's moved. You get yourself, for the jaw here, as again, you've already drawn out the jaw piece that you're going to be cutting out. You've got to make something else. So again, just think to yourself, I've got a house, you're only going to need, again, a rectangular piece, just about the same length as the 2 points here, lengthwise, as you can see, or to the 2 jaw pieces of jaw. What you do is you get yourself another piece of card and you think, well, that's one. Think yourself you've given yourself mutton chops. Do you know what those are, guys? They're those things on the side of your face that some old farmer guys used to have as a beard. You think mutton chops. How am I going to make mutton chops? We don't need any of this because we've just made ourselves a set mutton chops. We get rid of that again. We cut all of the excess off. We don't need any of the excess. Get rid of that. Don't need any of that, so we'll get rid of that. Over there. Then we're left with another rectangular piece, and again, because it's the length of what you've already done and what you need it for, cut that one in half. And again, you'll see why you need to cut that in half later on when I stick all this together.
As a creative, you know that
There he is again.
video is really hard. We built Frame.io to have all the video you're working on and the people.
You not care about your advert, mate. He is in every single advert. Every video I watch on YouTube is that guy. He's doing my head in. All right. Like I said, you've got your mutton chops. So that is going to be your jaw itself. So when you cut out your jaw, again, you can shape it so it's not so big. What I did a huge mistake and made it way too big at the beginning when I made my own. You just shape it to however you need it to be. And now I've got really confused. There you go. There's your jaw. The piece that you'll be needing for this. Again, it's no more than a rectangular piece, which you can't see. We're no more than a rectangular piece. Cut it in half and you've got 2 pieces. Lost my nose. There's your nose. There's your nose. Don't forget, you just cut another piece and put that nose there. Well, you may need something to stick your jaw self together. Most of the construction on this is on the jaw. So bear in mind that once you've cut your jaw off, you will need to stick it all back together. Trying to get it so I can actually show you what I'm doing here, guys. Yeah, what I would recommend as well, guys, is don't use the side, which I did as well. I did everything a bit backwards. And there you go, guys. There's your jaw. Again, you're going to have to cut off a little bit. So then, because you've already got your shape, you get your Sharpie again. And you draw around that, so you know where you're going to be cutting off. I'm going to be cutting all the way across, because you don't need these pieces here. All you need is a piece for the chin. We'll cut that piece off for the chin. Which will look something like this. Bear with me, and I'll show you how to cut that off and how to make this piece. Again, all you need is 3 bits of card for the jaw to create the jaw, and you're going to be able to manipulate this card, bend it around because it's nice and thin, because it's nothing that you wouldn't have lying around the house. Again, this is from a cereal box, or from my personal one is a tea bag box. I found that tea bag boxes are just that little bit thinner, so that's why I've used this one. Again, there's your jaw. So you got your 3 pieces for your jaw. That's your mutton chops and your chin. Again, just think about your jaw when you do this. And how it's going to mold around your personal jaw. But I would recommend going and getting one of these first and sort of cutting out what you need, so you can do what you need to do. So now I'm going to go into cutting this piece of jaw out. You cut down there. You start cutting away its jaw. Again, think about the cheeks on the actual mask itself, because there will be indentations and exdentations, whatever they're called, inserts and exserts, for where the chin and the jaw is going to be. So there's the jaw for the mask. So that's the jaw where it's going to follow your face as well. And you go across. Get to the mouthpiece itself. So there's the top lip, there's the bottom lip. Because you want the half the face, your mouth is going to be moving here, so it's best to keep it sort of close to the mouth as possible. Again, just follow in the lines that you've already drawn. I definitely recommend drawing them out before you start cutting, because then you've got something to follow and something to sort of copy as you've done. I've just realised I've got way too much on one side. Oh well, never mind. And again, we'll take a little bit more off here then, because what you're going to be doing with the jaw, it will cover up anything that you haven't done. So we'll get rid of that. There's the top half, and there's your bottom half, guys. So when you talk, it goes, I'm going to get you. Or things that you want to create. And this may be you have to make it quite strong and go over it quite a few times with PVA glue and toilet paper. Just grabbing my materials here. What you're going to need is, I would definitely recommend a masonry brush or something like. So if you're a child and you're making this yourself, go and get that. Don't tell Dad. Go and get his paintbrushes. Or just get your dad to help you with, or your mum, or whoever else you have with you at the time. You could make this with your friends. You could make this on your own. Depends how good you are. Or if you need that little bit of help, then go and get it, because it's an activity for everybody. And then everybody in the family can make one together. Again, all you're going to need is paper towel. Again, ask permission before you use all your paper towel. I'm the one who buys it in the house, so I'm the one that's going to use as much as it. I've got quite a bit, and I thought to myself, well, I don't poop that much, so why not use some of this up? Again, when we put the nose down, so you've got your jaw, so we'll take the jaw and put it over here for now, because now we're going to concentrate back onto the nose. You get your paper mache. And this bit gets tricky. This is the tricky bit. It's sticking it down and getting it to stay where you want it to be. Not too tricky though. So rip yourself off a piece of PVA, piece of toilet paper. Start sticking it. And again, guys, don't worry yourself about putting it in the wrong place. You know what? I think I put a bit too much water in there. Let's pour a little bit of water into there. I was doing this bit by bit and a bit like paintery. You go your PVA. I would say 1 yogurt cup to about half a yogurt cup to 1 yogurt cup of water. Again, I've already done a little bit, so I already kind of know where and how much I'm going to be using. So again, you get your mask and you stick it down. This again is the tricky part. You've got to keep it all in place just for the first stick. Start paper mashing it. Not too wet, not too dry, just right. Just a second, I'm going to get rid of that advert. I do not care about your adverts. So we'll put that down for a minute and then we'll get another piece to fortify what you've already done. This will take you a bit of time, guys, but it definitely is worth the time that it will be taken. And it doesn't matter if you cover up your eyes. You need it nice and thick. You're going to be covering up your eyes at certain points, but because it's paper towel, you can just go through it again. Again, another piece to strengthen it up. Strengthens the joint towards where the nose is connecting to the face. I just recommend about 3 layers altogether. Will do you just the right amount. My nose is starting to slip, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to stick it back up. Keep pushing it into the right place. Again, you can take it down a little bit more once it's a little bit drier. I had this problem yesterday, so I kept sticking where I needed to stick it. What I'm going to do... No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Keep sticking. Keep putting more and more layers on. Strengthens it up. Bridging the nose. Where you would think you would need sort of strengthening on your own face. And then when you do it, you can mold it around and get things where you want it to be. Again, 3 sheets is the minimum that you want to use. If you want to use any more, you can do. You can use as much as you wish, as much as you need on the piece that you're making. Again, I've already made a prototype. As I thought to myself, I wonder if I could do this. And then I could do this. So I thought, why not share my ideas? Because I know Halloween's coming up. And everybody likes to make masks. And not everybody's got the right amount of cash. Again, we're just going to stick layers and layers on top to get that nose in the right place. There's another reason why I did not cut the nose off. Because you would have, again, you'll see later on in the next video why I kept that nose. As I wanted to create something similar to this here. An empty nose. Whoop. No, you don't. Maybe the whole thing just fell over there. Again, keep going until you got a satisfactory cover. satisfactory covering. You're going to need quite a bit to get it in its right place. So just keep going until you're happy with its how strong it is, and where you yourself want it to be. I personally wanted a skull, but you can make anything out of doing it this way, guys. Literally anything. Anything you can create, anything you can draw, you can make with paper mache. Paper mache is my favorite. That was a bit too much there. I'll spread that about. Try not to put too much on there when you're wetting it down. Again, you're just tapping it in, not wiping it. Don't wipe it, guys, because what you'll do is you will rip it. And you will need to strengthen it over and over and over again to get it where you want it to be. But as the more you put on there, the wetter it gets. So it is recommended to not use too much in one go. On the first go, don't put too much saturation on, because you will lose what you've already done. Because it will just start flaking off again. Just keep going, keep trying, keep strengthening that nose up. More layers the better, really, when you're sticking stuff like this together. And again, don't worry about covering the eyes up, because what you'll do is because it's paper, once it's dry, you can cut those eyes out or poke them through. Keep ripping pieces. Again, you do the same thing as when you did the cardboard. Now here I'm going to be putting somewhat the beginning of the jaw here. Again, a little bit heavier if it's double ply. The more you put on, the stronger it will be. And you want it to stick as well, guys. That's where you put your first layer on, nice and even all over the place. Make sure it's all stuck down. I'm just going to remove a little bit off that nose there. We want it to be a hollow nose. Keep covering. Molding it in. Making sure you got everything nice and thick, especially the bottom edges where it's going to be staying. Just building the nose up. What you want it to look like is the nose is disappearing into nothing. We'll be painting all of this as well, guys. Again, I'll show you the other version in a moment, and I will be coming back showing you how to make it painted shut. Adding layers. Putting more and more to it. There goes my mouse. My table's a bit small today because I'm using a lot more, of the area. Takes quite a bit of space, so be prepared to be ready to have all of your space taken up by doing this. But if you've got your own personal space, even better. Again, it's important to stick this here afterwards. I've just realised something else I could have done with the nose. You can sellotape the nose on, which I actually did on the first one, which I don't even know why I did do it again. Rushing ahead of myself, really. Don't rush it, guys. I'm rushing this quite a bit because I don't want to make this nice and quick for you. Don't you go there. But you keep doing that, guys, and you go over and over and over and over and over again with the same pieces, and you keep doing that until you get yourself something like this. Then again, guys, like I said, you keep going, you're putting your layers on and your layers and your layers, and it does look a lot better when it starts to dry. But keep layering, and just give me a second, get me some stuff so you can see the comparison. There's one we've just done, and that's what you will be getting. So this is one I did last night. It's my pre-prepared, and I'll be showing you how to colour that one and paint it and make it look a bit more ghoulish. Keep tuned for that one later on, guys. That will either be today or tomorrow. It all really depends on the time I have today. But I wanted to get this done before leaving you go today. Then what you do, you just keep layering, guys. You just keep going with your layers over and over again until I think I'm about ready to do the jaw and show you how to do the jaw. Let me move this camera. Just putting out a quick post to Instagram, guys. Again, my name is Blute084 Art and Games here on YouTube daily, occasionally on Mixer.com, and every day and night over on Instagram. I will be posting everything I'm getting up to and everything I'm doing over on Instagram. So don't forget to go over and follow over there and subscribe today for the next part of this mask. We're now going to be going into the jaw piece, and after that we will be going later on tonight showing you how to paint it and stick it all together. When I say stick it all together, make the mouth move itself, and what techniques I've found that work to do that. You'll be needing what you already got here. We cut out earlier the mutton chops and the jaw itself. I might make that jaw a little bit bigger thinking about it. And then cut, yeah, that's what I did last time. Where did I put that piece? There we are. No, that's not the piece I was using. What I might do is stick a couple pieces together. Okay, right. Just quickly here on Instagram, letting everybody know that I'm live. Okay, that's sent out. And you need to be sticking things together. So what we need is a bit of sticky tape. Basic old sticky tape. You can use black tape or anything that works for you, or what you've got lying around. Or even, if you're an electrician, you can use electrical tape. It all needs to be around the house. All can come from around the house. We stick that down there. Stick it on with a bit of silly tape, plastic tape, whatever you got lying around the house. I use sellotape because I got loads of it. There's always some left over from wrapping some presents. And it's pretty cheap to get it done. Sounds like my friend's turning up. So keep doing that. Repeat that series, guys. I actually told him to turn up at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:45. It's not 1:30. Bear with me. I'm just going to give him a quick. That's my dog in the background. definitely isn't a friend turning up. That's okay. As this is live, people do turn up. So what I'm going to do is quickly show you how to stick those down. So stick those down, guys, and come back. There you go. You have your jaw piece. And that will go teeth at mouth, the mouth moves. And that's what you'll be making into this. And later in the next video, guys, I'll show you how to stick it together and paint it up. So, if you have enjoyed this today, guys, my name is Vimpalute084, PLUT084, Art and Games. Here every day on YouTube, occasionally on Mixer, every day and night over on Instagram. Catch you later, guys. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Check out what's going to be happening next in the paint and how to make it look and move with your chin. Catch you later, guys. Sorry about the dog. Bye bye for now.